Frederick Rick Hamilton Hauck died Thursday following a long battle with Parkinson's disease. Hauck was born into a Navy family, went to Tufts University and studied nuclear engineering at MIT. He was a naval test pilot until he got a call from NASA. Following the Challenger disaster, he was asked to be commander of the return to flight. That led him to being part of 3 trips into orbit on the space shuttle. In 2005, he retired and moved to Maine. Wayne Harvey sat down with Hauck in 2011 to talk about his time as an astronaut.
I recall each time, 3 times walking out onto the platform 180 feet up in the air just before we're getting ready to get into the space shuttle. And here it's before sunrise, searchlights are playing up on the space shuttle. It's got liquid oxygen, liquid hydrogen boiling off, so it's making burping sounds. And I remember turning to my cohorts and you say, are we really going to do this? It's extraordinary. You take it one step at a time, but it was extraordinary to actually, in each case, to think that we were going to get into this machine that once it lit off, 8.5 minutes later, we're going to be doing 17,000 miles an hour and orbiting the Earth every 90 minutes.
His first flight was in 1983. He was the pilot of the crew that included the first female in space, Sally Ride. His second flight was the next year when he was the commander of Discovery.
Those first 2 missions that I flew before the Challenger accident, I had this confidence that NASA knows how to do it. This is not the safest thing in the world to do, but we know how to do it. In each of those 2 launches, was I scared at liftoff? Yeah, darn right.
He was the commander of the first flight after the Challenger accident and told his family mission STS-26 would be the safest in NASA history.
When we launched, I recall being exhilarated. Hey, we're finally doing it. We're getting back up into space again. And as we were approaching Mach 16, 16 times the speed of sound, I'm thinking, this is incredible. How can human beings build a machine that can do this? And I thought, I hope this doesn't blow up. I had that conscious thought, and I thought, well, that's not productive. Let's push that to the side, watch the gauges, and we'll worry about that later.
Hauck, who now lives year-round in Maine with his wife to be closer to grandchildren, still does a number of talks surrounding the space program. And kids, they're still in awe of an astronaut.
There's such a fascination with space flight. A typical question is, how can I become an astronaut? And the answer to that, I think, is really one of how can I be successful in life? And a key, I think, is finding something that you enjoy, that you love to do it as best you can, and the rest of your life will take care of itself. That will flow from there.
He has plans to be at the next launch in Florida, and he still stays in contact with those he worked with on the shuttle.
My favorite part before I went into space was working with extraordinary people on an extraordinarily important project. My favorite part about being in space was the majesty of looking down on the Earth and experiencing weightlessness and feeling like I was a great athlete when I'm not.
And that was Wayne Harvey with that report from 2011. Hauck was 84 years old.